BattleBit is set to completely change its entire time to kill model in the next update, taking the game's average time to kill from approximately 200 to 250 milliseconds up to a whopping 400 millisecond average. It's a sweeping change that will see every single weapon in the game changed to some extent, which means a lot of your favorites are not going to feel the same very soon. So, g'day there once again viewers, your mate Kamikaze78 here, and today guys, I figured we'd go over some of the best weapons in BattleBit Remastered to use right now ahead of these time to kill changes, so that, well, you guys get to abuse them before they are in fact changed forever. So, first things first guys, why this video and why this video now? Why would I do a video talking about the top performing weapons in the game when everything is about to change? Well, to me, it's quite simple. The weapons we talk about today are all going to carry incredibly aggressive time to kill values for their respective categories as they're currently balanced. They are balanced around being the peak of damage outputs if you can control them and their unwieldy nature. Which means that when these changes come around, I've got a sneaking suspicion that these weapons are either going to feel completely gutted beyond belief in the rework, or they'll be changed in a way that does keep them competitive, but not as powerful as they currently feel. Today's video is all about giving you guys some weapons to enjoy while they are very much in their prime before the changes. Because hey, if there's something good to use now, then why not make the most of it while you have access to it, right? But if I may folks, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I did want to take a couple of moments to deviate to make a very important announcement. It brings me great pleasure to announce folks that we are once again starting up our Starlight Foundation Game Changers campaign for 2024. A charity campaign that is aimed on raising funds for seriously ill children here in Australia. Starlight is an incredible foundation that has been a cornerstone of the Australian healthcare system for the last 30 years, bringing joy to children who are less fortunate than ourselves and are battling serious illness in the Australian healthcare system. Last year, we raised 10,000 Australian dollars through our campaign for this charity, and this year, you can bet we're going for gold again. From August 6th to our big finale on August 17th, we're going to be raising funds on twitch.tv/kamikaze78, and as you guys can see on the graphic on your screen, you can put me through some absolute hell through your donations with some challenges. It's going to be a massive event, and I cannot wait to smash some of these goals with you all. Once again, twitch.tv/kamikaze78, come give the channel a follow, and I'll see you guys on the streams. But okay, tangents and cheeky little announcements aside, how about we start getting into some of these weapons here today? The first one is a bit of a staple in the BattleBit sweaty community, and to be honest, it's for good reason. Through all of the nerfs and balance changes that have hit the SMG and PDW weapon categories over the year, there's arguably one that has remained consistently at the height of the category from a raw DPS perspective from day one. We are of course talking about none other than the MP7. Look, I get that it's one of the default weapons in the game and that we're always all so keen to get our hands on new weapons the first chance we get, but if there's one default weapon in the arsenal that has been stuck to my hip the whole time through my BattleBit journey, it's the MP7. One of the sharpest time to kills packaged with some incredible mobility and a tight reload time makes this thing an absolute must use before this update drops. Personally, I find the loadout on your screen now to be an absolutely stellar combination on the MP7. It affords it an incredible reload speed with that B25 URK grip and the quick mag attachment, all the while lowering your sound profile with that long suppressor. It allows for some pretty nutty flanking opportunities if I'm being honest, and is just some of the most fun you can have in this game with an aggressive based weapon. Seriously, given its incredible time to kill at the time of writing this video, I would highly recommend taking the MP7 for a spin while it's ahead, because I fear that it may not be long for this world after that balancing patch comes out. Now, speaking of being not long for this world actually, the HK419. It's a carbine that is literally designed around being the king of aggressive CQC time to kills for its category, while also featuring the adaptability that you may find in, say, an M4A1. I fear this thing's also going to get the inadverted smack from the balancing hammer in the upcoming time to kill changes that may very well see it creeped entirely out of the game's meta. Now, don't get me wrong, the HK419 is an absolute handful to manage and sports a recoil pattern that is going to make a boxing ring match with Muhammad Ali feel like a vacation. But if you can get this thing into the CQC realm, then man, you are outputting some serious punishment with this weapon. I personally find the tactical barrel and the SE5 1.5 grip combo on this thing with a quick mag going absolutely hard, really giving into the snappiness that makes it compete in BattleBit's currently fast-paced CQC world. And if you don't get a chance to use the HK419 as it currently is, I'm gonna say you damn missed out on one of the best weapons in the game right now. This thing feels like one hell of a powerhouse that I fear will take a turn for the worse when things do end up changing, so yeah, make sure you give this thing a bit of a run for its money. Now, I must admit, the next weapon that we're going to cover here has yet to receive a lot of praise from me, hell, a lot of coverage from me in the first place. It's a weapon that has sort of sat out back on my pseudo bleachers ever since this game has come out, and only just recently have I decided to bring it out from a retirement, if you will, and give it a whirl. And after some of the balancing changes it's had over the game's lifespan, it may actually be worth a call out finally. Yep, I am indeed talking about the FAMAS, ladies and gentlemen. A weapon that has been plagued for the longest time by terrible magazine economy, rough damage outputs, and long reload speeds. It's been reshaped over times into a pretty competent pick that I actually caught myself enjoying a little as of late. It is now the fastest firing assault rifle in the game ever since assault rifles and carbines got separated, with a pretty bolstered damage per shot to boot. It actually gives it an incredibly deadly DPS in the game's current balance, but like other weapons on this list here today, I fear that this may be about to change here, and it may catch the weapon feeling a little bit worse for wear. Now, being a CQC orientated weapon with only a 25 round mag, it's all about improving that bloody reload time. The B25 URK grip, a quick mag, and a VAM B762 turns the FAMAS into a gigachad beamer weapon, and something that you should all try at least once before the TTK update drops. I know that some of you will be looking at this going, nah, this has to be Cammy's ironic pick for the video, surely. I promise you lads, give this a go and you'll thank me later. But on that note though, you want to know another weapon that went through its redemption arc that I am absolutely fearful of being smacked by the good old rebalancing monster when this update drops? The bloody honey badger, guys. Look, it's not quite an MP7 from a TTK perspective or a P90 from a magazine efficiency perspective in the PW category. Man, the honey badger really grew on me when it had its massive balance pass late last year that really took this thing from being a sort of heavy hitter PDW that didn't quite have a really good role in the game to a snappy guerrilla warfare beast that held a great reload time and a damage payload that really messed someone's day up. The honey badger is a weapon that I think many people tend to sleep on given it got such a bad rap at the launch of the game, but a return to it after its balance passes is very much warranted in my view. Given its high rate of fire, snappy damage model by design now, I also have fears that this weapon is going to cop a serious whacking that puts it way down the order once the new balance pass hits. I'm actually worried it's going to throw the weapon back to where it was at launch to a certain extent. Ah, the good old circle of life, hey? Once again, a B25 URK grip and a quick mag does wonders with this thing. Obviously we can't touch the barrel, but a short range scope and a target detector will go a long way to boot here. So that's a good list of 4 weapons so far that I feel like you should be getting your mitts on before this update drops. But believe it or not guys, I think we've got one more weapon to round out this list here that I think is very much in the crosshairs potentially of what this update is trying to achieve and how it may get impacted as a result. A weapon that has been a true king of heavy hitting punishment since day one and has been a fan favorite in the game for the longest time. And in my view, should be enjoyed while it's in its current form while you can. Folks, before the time to kill update drops, I highly recommend you all get your hands on none other than the AK-15. This absolute monster has always been a low-level unlock favorite of mine, and is a weapon that whenever I prestige, I catch myself using religiously as I push my way through those mid-game ranks. One of the heaviest hitting weapons in the game with also an incredible rate of fire to boot, and while yeah, sure, the recoil pattern that it has makes you feel like you're in an abusive relationship with it, it is an absolute unit should you be able to wrangle it into submission. Given its current damage model and the fact that its entire design is really all about bringing down that time to kill, I also fear that the weapon may lose a certain portion of its identity in the upcoming update, so it's highly recommended that you give it a chance and abuse it while you can today. Me personally, I run the tactical barrel, the BCM gunfighter grip, alongside a 1x sight of your choosing with a quick mag. And that truly does make the AK-15 one of the best weapons in the game as it currently stands. So folks, there you have it, some weapons that I highly recommend you all give a bit of a go in the lead up to the upcoming upcoming BattleBit update, including the time to kill changes that are coming within said patch. Let me know in the comment section down below if there are any weapons you are worried about getting negatively impacted by the upcoming update. I would really be keen to hear your thoughts. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, a backhand like button would go a long way to supporting the channel, and subscribe if you're new here to stay up to date with all future videos that we release. We've got a lot of really exciting stuff on the way, both for BattleBit, but also Delta Force Hawk Ops, X Defiant. I'm even doing a Splitgate 2 video shortly as well. There is a lot going on. And as a reminder, guys, if you are keen on supporting our charity fundraiser campaign, I've left a link to that in the description down below. And also come check out our Twitch channel where we'll be doing the charity streams. It would be great to have you there, a part of that journey. But until then, guys, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.